Hey everybody, welcome. It's the News of the Squared, episode number 99. Missed it by that much. Agent 86. Get smart for all you young people. With me is Ivan and Jeff, and we're here to discuss wacky, crazy news stories that maybe hear in places and things. So we hope to entertain you. I'm not entertained. That's my go-to as far as entertainment. Okay, so what do we have this week? We'll start with you, Jeff. What do we have as far as the goofy stories and such?
So let's see. This is from the News of the Weird page from ShepherdExpress.com. This is actually from the News of the Weird from this past week. Let's see. So what do we got? You let your grown son and his girlfriend and their child move into your house, and what thanks do you get in return? A 43-year-old Lone Rock, Wisconsin woman, Happy Mother's Day, was expressed with a shock to the neck from a taser wielded by her 22-year-old son, Andrew Peterson.
Oh, my God.
According to the Smoking Gun, Peterson became upset on May 9th because he couldn't find his phone, so he stunned his mother, then left her home with her 20-year-old Colleen Parker and their child. Pearson was arrested for the shocking assault. Pearson was also arrested allegedly for punching his mom in the face earlier in the week.
Well, he gets the Mother's Day Award of the Year in Backwards Land, asshole.
Yeah,
the Big Dick Award.
No, it's just typical Wisconsin on a Saturday night, right? I mean, this is what happens when Aaron Rodgers is not going to play anymore. I mean, this is why
Wisconsin is falling into chaos and turmoil.
Well, I mean, let's be honest here. If you know, the old adage is, Packer fans have always sat there and been like, Bears suck. We all kind of have humored them for a long time because the one reason we've humored them is it's like, you got to let them have it because otherwise they'll go get drunk in the forest and shoot each other to death, And now Aaron Rodgers going to be gone. And so it's possible things are going to go bad, and voila! People tasing their moms on Mother's Day.
Wisconsinites on short fuses now. We'll get to Aaron Rodgers later in the show.
Seriously.
Fuck Bears. Oh boy!
I saw a thing about percentages of how drunk America is in percentages, and it was the darkest blue is for the worst, Wisconsin was so dark it was unbelievable. So Wisconsin's so dark. Yes. All right. What else you got, Mike? Or you want me to keep going? I got some more.
Throw another one at me. At us.
Okay. So 4-year-old Noah of Brooklyn, New York, knows nautical nonsense when he sees it. So he went all in on SpongeBob SquarePants popsicles, ordering 918 of them from Amazon in April without his mom knowing. When the 50...
Why do parents let their kids have their tablets?
I don't know.
Oh my God!
When the 51 cases arrived at his aunt's home. 51.
You got free shipping at least.
51 cases.
51 cases.
Oh shit!
His mom panicked. No shit. Where are you putting that many popsicles? Jennifer Bryant is a social work graduate student at NYU and has two other boys. The Washington Post reported she couldn't pay the $2,618.85 bill, and Amazon wouldn't take back the frozen confections. A family friend set up a GoFundMe page raising more than $11,000, which Noah's mom said will go towards his education. Noah is in the autism spectrum. His mom hopes to send him to a special school. Amazon is working with the family to donate to a private charity of their choice. As for the treats, they've mostly melted.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Where you find 50 refrigerators.
50.
This behooves me, folks, because just like you said, why are kids left with parents' tablets with all of their information?
You let them unlocked, yeah. You get them a separate tablet where they're not connected to anything.
So
because they're little fucking hackers. 4 years old, it's like they can figure it out.
That was as crazy as the one kid who went onto a game and ended up logging up all of these different rings. I think it was a Sonic game or something.
Yeah, we had talked about this earlier in the year.
I mean, kids.
Yeah.
Kids are not. Look, okay. To them, figure out your password is just another game.
Right. You
know, I mean, seriously, it's okay. Now I'm gonna hit this. Oh, I think it might be that. Oh, I think it might be this. Oh, I think it might be that. Oh, look, ta-da! I found it. And parents, we all just like sit there. And it's like we don't want them to take any time to come up with a password. Although if we had kids, I know guys who've got kids, and even then they're like, I gotta come up with 50 million passwords to remember. I don't want to remember all this shit. And then look, your kids are gonna be, if you're not careful.
Yeah, Dad, you have parents like myself that doesn't give their children iPads and things like that to mess with in the first place.
With access to their Amazon accounts.
Right. So.
Well, in fairness, okay. So here's the thing with the Amazon account. Think about it. Here's the thing, which is, in fairness, if the kid is watching Prime, which is possible, maybe that's where this all started.
Opened. Yeah.
Right.
And then also, I'm sorry.
I think go ahead.
I'm sorry. So what? Who? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Who? What?
What?
Yeah.
So the part that here's the question I have. 918. So I guess here's the thing. What, 1,000 wasn't good enough?
Okay.
Maybe that was the maximum amount of stock.
Maybe. I mean, why not have like a just big gigantic party rather than let it all melt and be like, okay, everybody show up. We got SpongeBob SquarePants popsicles for the neighborhood or some shit like that.
Well, yeah, that's true too. But also, this just goes to show
51 cases.
Yeah, this just goes to show okay, and this is not a chop to the autism community, the neurodynamic community. But these are the chances you take because of the fact that they're a lot smarter than you think they are at that age. And so that's something you also have to take into consideration too, because just because they're neurodynamic, neurodivergent, you can't just assume that they're not going to figure things out because the mind's always going. See, so. Yeah, not a smart move. Not a smart move.
What's going? Oh, my mind got it, yeah. All right, I got one more when we go to Mike. Since 1989, Mauro Morandini, now 81, has been the caretaker of Bodadelli, an otherwise uninhabited island in the Mediterranean Sea off of Sardinia. He stumbled into the job when his catamaran broke down near the island, and he learned that its caretaker was getting ready to retire, the Guardian reported. Now known as Italy's Robinson Crusoe, Morandini lives in a former World War II shelter and keeps things tidy on the island, clearing paths and keeping beaches clean for the day trippers who visit. But ownership of the island has passed to the La Maddalena National Park authorities, who are evicting Morandini and turning the small island into an environmental education destination. According to Morandini, quote, "I have given up the fight. I'll be living in the outskirts of the main town on the neighboring island of La Mandela. So we'll just go there for shopping, and the rest of the time keep myself to myself. I still see the sea." How much do you get? Here's the thing. How much do you think you get paid for that? Hey, guess what? We want you to take care of an island. Nobody fucking comes here, but just fucking take care of it and just live here.
Well, I don't think I would dismiss that. If somebody had given me an island to take care of, and if I was to maintain, and if I was to be able to live off of it and on it, I mean, would you have an aversion to it?
I don't, Mike.
How far is this island from civilization?
Yeah, that's what I would have questioned him. He's living in a World War II bunker.
He's living in a World War II bunker. Okay.
He's living in, it says, where was it? He said he's living in a World War II shelter.
Okay.
That probably means no Wi-Fi.
Well, no, nothing, actually. I mean,
no
this
TV.
is World War II.
Maybe
there's
a stack
TV,
of VHS
there's no
tapes.
Wi-Fi, no
Radio.
radio.
Electricity.
And no indoor plumbing.
Do you need indoor plumbing if you're your own fucking island?
Well, yeah, I guess you could go be like a bear shits in the woods and everything.
Exactly. I mean, it's just fertilizer, right?
Yeah.
You grow your
Hey, grow
crops,
more
grow
foliage.
potatoes. Potatoes?
I mean, that's the other thing. What is he doing? Like killing like chickens on the island or some shit like that? How does that work?
Well,
there's days,
a lot
because
of fruit.
I work in retail, so there's days I'm like, yeah, deserted island sounds pretty good.
Well, you probably eating the coconuts and bananas and whatever else, whatever vegetation or fruit might be on the island.
God forbid, like a female tourist comes by. Jesus. Can I help your leg? Jesus. Wow. Hello.
What?
Hey, he's in his 80s.
Ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. I had the snake that I was making a sandwich out of. You wouldn't happen to have any cheese?
God. All right.
Next story.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so baseball is pretty much back, and we're happy that baseball's back. But with
Baseball,
baseball, you've got sometimes there's some poor sportsmanship.
Yay, sports!
Yeah, where this little
Yay,
news
yay,
of the sports
sports.
segment. The manager of the Nationals got ejected as he ripped the first base out of the ground and slammed it into the dirt last week during the Cubs game. So on Wednesday night at Wrigley Field, Dave Martinez was mad, really mad. And when the manager gets mad, he's going to get ejected. You know, he's saying, I'm in for penny, in for pound. Well, with the Washington Nationals in the middle of a mini slump, their manager got more than his money's worth. Martinez was in for at least a pound and a half. Here's the situation. The Nationals up 4-2 on the Cubs at the top of the seventh. Trey Turner struck out swinging. When the ball got past catcher, he dropped the third strike rule, allowed Turner to make a mad dash for first base. When the throw from Contreras clipped Turner as he was reaching the bag, the umpires promptly called Turner out for impeding the throw. So enter Martinez into the fray, and Martinez simply went berserk. The best angle of this incident perhaps came from ESPN's Sarah Spain, who was sitting behind home plate. And, of course, there's several Twitter feeds showing this crazy act here. Martinez would walk into the Nationals clubhouse and exit the game without any further incident. There was no immediate update on the first base's condition, but yeah, he pulled first base out of the ground, slammed it on the ground, pretty much like a child.
What the fuck? Is this become
and of course,
Little League?
and there were some microphones on the field, so
It's fucking Little League. It's what it is.
That's only because he
The
didn't have
bad
a
news
taser.
fucking Bears. Really?
he didn't have a taser to tase somebody in the neck.
Yep.
No. And of course, after they ejected him, they sent him to that island to cool off.
Yeah. Well, that might be a vacation for that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like this is new though. I mean, didn't like Billy Martin and Pete Rose used to throw bases across the whole fucking field and all that shit? I mean, they used to do that stuff all the
I
time.
don't recollect that myself, but it probably has happened. I wouldn't put it past that.
I mean, I'm still. Can I just be pissed off at the fact that the Nationals are really the Montreal Expos in disguise? Can I still be mad about that? Even though it's been a long time now and they've won a championship, that
So you're still going to carry that grudge?
yeah, you're damn right I do. You're damn right I do.
You're good for that, man.
I mean, that was why. By the way, that was the reason I ended up rooting for the Yankees for a while, was because it was like my two favorite team, my first favorite team was the Chicago Cubs. They never, up until 2016, they never win. My second favorite team was the Expos. They're defunct. I'm allowed to pick a team that wins.
Well, I guess so.
At that point.
I guess so. I mean, you could be that Sunny Day fan. I guess so.
It's not even a Sunny Day thing. It's like at some point I get to pick a baseball team that wins. Please.
Yeah.
I mean, one hasn't won for 100 years. The other one freaking doesn't exist. I think I'm allowed to pick a new team.
That's what America's for.
Why does Washington D.C. deserve a baseball team anyway? A bunch of fucking anyway. All right. Let's see what else we got. This is titled "Weird Science." Angie Yen of Brisbane, Australia, had her tonsils. Let me finish. I said the wrong thing. Had her tonsils removed on April 19th, a simple surgery that went smoothly. However, but on April 28th, my birthday, she got ready to go to work. She started singing in the shower and noticed something unusual about her voice. I was singing in a different sound and also talking words in a funny accent. She said. She called her friend, who agreed that her accent sounded Irish, and told her about FAS, a foreign accent syndrome. Yen went to the hospital, but doctors told her to go home and see if a new accent would disappear in a few days. Nearly 2 weeks later, the brogue remains, and Yen is scheduled for an MRI and a visit with a neurologist. I'm lucky to have her support friends of. Could you imagine an Asian woman being like, "Pass me a Guinness, yeah," or I can't do it. I can't do an Irish brogue, but that's hysterical. Maybe they
got me tonsils out and all of a sudden they
got me blarney and play with me shillelagh.
What's happened to me tonsils?
They're magically delicious.
Lucky charm.
Maybe if you taser a few times, it'll come back.
I'm going to hit on first base. Hi. Find me pot of gold under first base. Hi.
This one. Hey, I got another sports.
Whoa.
Parker Anderson, pitcher at Augustana College in Illinois. Was born without a left hand, but he adapted over the years so he could play his favorite game. On May 3rd, Hansen realized that the backpack he had left in his car, which contained his prosthetic arm and some of his other attachments, had been stolen. Hansen told the Argus leader that he had lost hope of finding the expensive prosthetic and had started to focus on fundraising for a new one when he received a text on May 11th. Nate Riddle and Tim Catchell, who work at Millennium Recycling in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, found the arm as they sorted recycling materials. I recognized it instantly. I was jumping up and down and yelling, "Stop!" While Hansen is happy to have it back, he says the arm is pretty banged up and unusable. Shriners Children's Twin Cities has stepped up to provide Hansen with a new free arm, free of charge. His fundraising money will be donated to help other amputees. What is with these things that are kind of amusing but not funny?
I see like that scene in Empire Strikes Back when Chewie sees C-3PO's arms and shit get thrown into the furnace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's funny because it's just a movie. I mean, it's kind of real life. So and again, it's one of those.
At least he is reunited.
With his arm.
He's been armed.
Oh, wow!
At least nobody stole it. Got the 5-finger discount.
Why do I have to have a hand in this?
5-finger discount. Oh, wow!
Oh,
wow!
Oh, this is going from bad to worse. Okay,
these jokes make me want to face palm.
Not with a prosthetic, you don't.
I gotta hand it to you guys in your bad jokes. I mean, come on now. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so as you guys are aware, the Colonial Pipeline shut down and there was a subsequent gas shortage and produced a fair share of hysteria and incidents in the Southeast. But Jesse Smith,
so many memes.
Jesse Smith of Griffin, Georgia, may have set the bar. Police were able to track down and arrest the would-be thief after he attempted to steal gas from a U-Haul truck by drilling holes in its tank, resulting in a huge hazardous materials mess and no looted gaseline.
He's lucky he's still alive.
Yeah, the heat from the drill bit. Hello.
It's reported that Smith was long gone by the time his handiwork discovered, but security cameras in the U-Haul lot caught Smith walking around the trucks with a camera trained on the area behind the KFC where Smith parked his own truck and caught his hopeful arrival and the walk of shame as he followed his failed gas ice. God. Maybe he at least got himself a little parfait bucket along the way or something.
He's gotta get some.
I miss those little bucket parfaits.
Yeah,
they were delicious.
I miss those twisters. They used to have those twister wraps at KFC. I miss those.
Those were good.
Yeah, you could just how much gasoline can fit in one of those?
Okay.
So they used to make some really good cornbread at
KFC.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and
I remember the cornbread. The cornbread was great.
Yeah. You know, my aunt tried to pass that off at Thanksgiving as her own cornbread. As her own cornbread muffins.
Oh,
I swear to God, we're there, and I'm popping these things like crazy, and they're great. I'm like, hey, these are really, really good. She's like, oh, thank you. I'm like, okay, great. And I keep eating them. I can't stop eating them. They're really good. And I'm like, hey, do you have a recipe for this? And she kind of pauses for a minute. She's like, yeah, I got them at KFC. Like, you got it.
At least she was honest about it.
After 3 hours of me praising all day about the freaking muffins. If I had asked for a freaking recipe,
well, she fessed up. She fessed up. She did the right thing.
Yeah, she made good on it.
She fessed up because she got caught.
Mm-hmm.
She fessed up because she got caught. That's all. That's it. If I had said, hey, you got a recipe for these, Did her
face turn red when you asked?
They came from
No, it wasn't even that. Yeah. It's just literally, it's like almost like she took a second, paused, and then she's like, "Yeah, I got."
There was a risk-reward analysis going on in her brain right then and there. Do I lie? Yeah. Will I get caught in the lie?
What is with family members and me and family members and family dinners where people want to pull this shit? Like, there's this, and then there was the time during the Passover time where my grandmother made a cake and it wasn't for Passover.
It wasn't kosher, yeah.
It wasn't kosher for Passover. Right. And the first damn night, she doesn't tell anyone. And we're like, this is the best Passover cake you've ever eaten. She's like, yeah, it's not kosher for Passover. What the? How do you do that?
Oops. You just do it. I just do.
Well, God bless my grandmother, sweet little grandmother. God bless her. Her comment is, she's like, well, it looked like a really good recipe on the Food Network. Really?
But it's not kosher. That's funny.
At no point did you warn any. Not at any point did you warn any of us. Hey, this is not for Passover. No, you just brought it and said, here's dessert.
Oh my God! It's just like when being Puerto Rican and you ask your mom and dad, hey, we go to McDonald's, and then mom goes into the kitchen, goes, she comes back with white bread and a patty she made, cheese, a big slice of onion and everything. Goes, here's McDonald's.
That don't look like no McDonald's, just like the Eddie Murphy skit.
That is no McDonald's.
Yeah.
McDonald's come in a bun. That doesn't come in a bun. That's wheat bread.
Come on, white bread, Mom. Sorry.
White bread. Wheat bread. Come on, wheat bread. What is that? Not eating that.
None of it's kosher, man.
Kosher. And it's like, hey, how come that tea don't look any good? What? I didn't ask for any onion chop. Kid, you're eating it. Okay. It's just as good as McDonald's.
And then when you mistake Mogan David for grape juice, that's the ultimate.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with Mogan David. That shit's all right. Yeah, it takes a lot for you to get drunk on Mogan David.
Yeah, well, when you're a little kid and everything, and you just tasting this grape juice that's got a bit of a twang attached to it, and it's just like you can't get enough of it, and you're found underneath the Thanksgiving table holding the bottle. That's pretty fucking bad. My first ever drunk.
How old were you?
Oh God, well, I think I was about 6 or 7. I think.
Jeez.
I don't know what it is. Lately, all this
I don't know. And I would like to see who was the shithead that took the picture of me underneath there. I really would like to know. No, he's fessed up in all these years. Who actually took the picture of that?
Picture of what? I got clicked out. Damn it! I don't know what happened.
Yeah, the picture of me underneath the Thanksgiving table holding onto the Mogan David bottle. Passed out.
Well, they just figured if you had a picture of you doing that under the transmitter, it's no different.
Yeah, fast forward a few decades.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay.
Holding the bottle under the transmitter.
I got your managed sevens right here, mister.
Okay.
Speaking of food and drink.
Yeah.
Here's another one, another lovely article from the Smoking Gun.
Smoking Gun.
A Florida man yesterday struck his daughter in the face with a slice of pizza, resulting in his arrest for battery.
Okay. Now, question, was the pizza hot or cold?
Oh, God, I hope it was cold.
I hope it was cold.
Cops responding to a disturbance call at the victim's Vero Beach home discovered the 20-year-old with what looked to be tomato sauce on the left side of her face. Inside the resident's front door, the ground was covered with pizza toppings, according to the arrest affidavit.
Wow.
The victim told police that her father, Tyler Warden, age 41, came to her home Sunday afternoon to drop pizza off, but when she told Warden that she was not feeling well and asked him to leave, he began arguing with her, and when the woman sought to close the front door, Warden allegedly threw a pizza slice at his daughter, striking her in the face.
Oh
that sounds like sounds like it was hot.
So after the woman dialed 911, cops arrived and questioned him, who admitted throwing a pizza but claimed he thought the door was shut at the time. An officer noted that when he detected a strong odor of alcoholic beverage on the man's breath.
No. Really? Never would have guessed.
He was arrested for battery and booked into the Indian River County Jail on the misdemeanor charge, released from custody upon posting $500 bond, and was ordered by a judge to have no contact with his daughter.
And he was sent to that island in the middle of nowhere where there's no pizza.
Yeah,
and for throwing food. You know what? And this guy works as a chef.
Pizza. Why would you abuse a pizza in such a manner? I mean, come on.
You know, I got to tell you, I remember.
If it's New York style pizza, they go and throw it.
Yeah, seriously. Or that shit that comes from Detroit, that shit can get thrown too. I'm gonna tell you right now, anything.
Jeff, come on, those are floor tiles.
Yeah, it's been over a month. I haven't had Chicago deep dish in a while. I gotta get some.
And if it's got fucking pineapple, you might as well fucking throw it anyway. Yeah. I mean, what the hell?
Hell, like it wasn't a fruitcake, it probably would have broke through the door.
Well, I mean, at that point, if you're putting pineapple,
at least he didn't throw first base at her. So.
No. Or shot a taser at her.
That's so good.
Hey, maybe you got it all from KFC
for throwing pizza.
Maybe y'all got it from KFC. I don't know.
Yeah. KFC.
Meanwhile,
does KFC had pizza?
No.
Okay.
No, KFC's never had pizza.
I've had barbecue chicken pizza. Have you tried?
Well, that's not 100%
McDonald's
true.
had pizza for a while.
That's not true.
There's this new place in McKenna. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's not 100% true. KFC can have pizza if it's in with a Taco Bell
or a Pizza Hut. Yeah, it's the same.
And a Pizza Hut.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, that's possible. Anyway,
there's a lot of cross contamination going on there.
In fairness, it is kind of cool though when you go someplace like that and you're like, yeah, I like a couple tacos, I like a personal pizza, And give me like me like some mac and cheese. That's freaking great.
Remember when Ivan and I used to go to the KFC Taco Bell in Mundelein a lot.
Oh yeah,
and we get I'd get chicken strips and tacos at there, and that's even like.
Remember that?
Remember that?
Yep. Remember that.
But there's a new pizza place in town that sells a barbecue chicken pizza. It's not bad.
Interesting.
It's like
a
sweet barbecue sauce, and it's good barbecue chicken.
That's the California Pizza Kitchen thing that they all
right. Yeah, it's all kinds of different types, but
yeah, that's their big claim to fame is that one, and it's not bad. It's not bad for California. I mean, they don't know what fucking.
Yeah, they don't know what pizza.
Anyway.
This is not pizza. It's like not in the way we understand it.
It's like this gourmet thing that they're trying to. I hate. It's a terrible corruption of the word. Gourmetize their pizza over there in the California kitchen.
Gourmetize.
Make it gourmet.
Again, it is what it is. Let's see. So meanwhile in Florida, because we didn't have a Florida story yet.
Yeah, we did. The pizza guy was a Florida guy.
Oh, there's a pizza guy in Florida? Well, here's another one.
More
meanwhile,
Florida
also in Florida, it wasn't a desire to relive her glory days that led 28-year-old Audrey Nicole Francisquezi to pose as a student and trespass at American Senior High School in Hialeah, Florida. It was the yen for Instagram followers. Oh, no. The Miami-Dade police, school's police department reported that she arrived at school at 8:30 a.m., blended in with the students by wearing a backpack and carrying a skateboard and a painting. According to
skateboard and a backpack. It's like Steve Buscemi's "How do you do, fellow children?"
Yes. According to Click Orlando, the wannabe social media mogul said she was looking for a registration office when confronted by security, but she was later found outside of a classroom handing out flyers with her Instagram handle printed on them. This time she fled, but the police used her flyers and footage from the school cameras to identify her and arrest her on charges of felony trespassing, interfering in an educational institution, and resisting an officer without violence. Here's the thought: if you're gonna flee, maybe you should grab up all those flyers with your Instagram handle.
Yeah, you should actually put those in your backpack and keep running. Get
an escape on your skateboard.
Yeah, seriously. Did she have a skateboard? She didn't have a skateboard.
She didn't know how.
How do you
do this? She did have a skateboard.
Okay.
But running down the street with a hot pizza and a taser.
Yeah, I was just saying. Yeah, anyway. So also in Florida, Keith Adams, 37, was arrested during a traffic stop in Largo, Florida. He was found to be sitting on a glass pipe which contained a thick white residue, which field tested positive for cocaine, according to Smoking Gun.
Okay.
Adams, who wears a prosthetic leg, was asked during his arrest if he had anything concealed in his leg, and was warned that if he did, it was rolled in another charge. Adams denied there was anything in his leg, but when he was searched at the Pinellas County Jail, officers found a gram of fentanyl and some Xanax pills. Adams was detained
in his leg
on 3 felony charges and 1 misdemeanor. God, that's one way to use your leg, your prosthetic leg.
Yeah, defeated by the long arm of the law.
Wow.
I wonder if he took notes from Carmen Miranda, because it was known that Carmen Miranda used to keep a compartment. She wore these high heel shoes, and in the back of the shoe, she actually had a pull out drawer out of the back of the heel of the shoe that contained all of her cocaine.
Yeah.
True story.
That's more clever than just hiding it in your guitar like Johnny Cash.
I do have 2 more. I do have 2 more.
Okay.
How do you hide your guitar with Johnny? What?
This one I went to an island to watch him die. I don't.
I went to an island to watch him die. Ooh.
Just to watch him die.
Yeah.
With a taser in his eye. I don't know. Anyway, so a Chinese woman lives in Shanghai, decided in 2018 to get a pet. She really wasn't interested into cats or dogs, so she purchased a micro pig. Her research said the animals were clean and intelligent and usually grew to be about the size of a small dog. By the time that her pig grew to 330 pounds, she was too attached to let it go.
Aww.
The Bama Zingshu is known in food circles for its tender meat and thick skin among owners for its healthy appetite. She takes her pig for walks, but she gets annoyed because of its laziness.
I had bacon this morning.
Man,
bacon.
Well, so much for the small animal.
Speaking of small animals, just a small note, even a small, bacon-like animals. Did you see the new? The new show, the new animated show on Fox, where actually they feature a pig on it? I guess they had all these animals that are like distressed. I think it was from the creators of Rick and Morty.
No, I didn't see that.
Can't say I have. Nope. Can't say I have.
Check it out. Check it out. It's interesting because you got a pig rolling around and saying to himself, "Look at me, pig in a blanket." And I'm just like, oh.
So this is the last. This is the last one I got.
I see. Sounds like quality Fox television.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We need our Fox viewing positions. From back in the day. All right. So this is the last thing I got. This is from Taipei. 2 masked men entered the G House Taipei restaurant carrying bags filled with more than 1,000 cockroaches.
Oh, God. Oh my God.
They released the creepy crawlers at the reception desk on the second floor, then fled. Law enforcement officers who happened to be attending a banquet at the restaurant that evening initially thought the attack was directed at them, but it turns out the suspects are part of the Bamboo Union, an organized crime ring, and the restaurant owner allegedly owed money to the mob. Police said they would pursue the perpetrators as if the stunt had been an act of violence, something like attacking someone with paint or a taser.
Okay.
1,000 cockroaches.
Damn.
1,000.
How do you get a bag of 1,000 cockroaches?
Yeah, where do you get that from?
Where do you go to get a bag?
If you could round out thousands of shellac beetles to make 78s, I guess it's kind of easy to round up thousands of cockroaches.
You just gotta know.
Go right ahead.
You just gotta know.
Maybe they're in that prosthetic leg the guy was hiding the drugs in.
By the way, just as a reminder, because I think we should make sure that everyone's aware of the fact that Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead came out this week, and I'm just going to tell you, you don't really need to watch it now. You can wait 3 years because they're going to do a whole bunch of reshoots and they're going to have a whole bunch of money. And in 3 years, there's going to be an entirely new director's cut. Yep. So you don't need to watch it now, folks. None whatsoever.
Somebody digitally removed that mustache.
Yeah, seriously.
Not to mention the fact that I've read a lot of criticism towards it. Highly
that's
very disappointing. Yeah.
Well, that's the studio's fault because it's never Zach's fault. Zach didn't do anything.
Oh no,
I'm sure that
What a guy. Well, I guess that brings us to this corner of the show, huh, guys, or what?
What corner? We're in the corner. Well, speaking of corners, in this corner, on his Twitter feed, is the big man himself, the Big Bubba, the Iron Sheik. If you're on Twitter, follow the _Iron Sheik on Twitter for nuggets of wisdom and glory that will bring light to your day. Mm-hmm. Tweets such as, like this one.
Tweets from the Iron Sheik.
Piece of shit coin. Fuck the triple mutated variant. Mm-hmm. Spike Lee, I see you, Bubba. Watching the fans at the world's most famous arena, the Madison Square Garden, make me feel alive. God bless the Knicks and the Atlanta for putting on a great show, Bubba.
I like this one. How fucking dumb are people who don't recognize that Clark Kent is Superman just because he wears jabroni glasses?
That's a good one.
I remember this one Saturday Night Live skit where The Rock was on, and they kind of made fun of the fact that everyone knew that he was like Clark Kent was Superman, but he's like part of his costumes, sticking out from his Clark Kent suit, So where'd you go? Where was Superman is here? Where were you, Clark? And he's like, was playing legit, was like trying to cover for himself. That was funny.
I forgot about the fact that we lost Charles Grodin this week. Boy, Midnight Run is probably one of my favorite.
My friend of mine, Dave, he loved Midnight Run. That's like probably one of his favorite movies of all time. That was a great film.
Midnight Run was a great.
And he was one of the Beethoven movies. I could take it or leave it.
Yeah, what are you going to do about Beethoven movies
He was in several of the Beethoven movies.
Yeah.
He was
in all of the Beethoven movies.
And then he was with the Muppets, of course. Everybody knows that one.
Yeah, I remember the one where the Great Muppet Caper, I think.
The Great Muppet Caper, yeah, where he probably has the most clever scene with Miss Piggy, in the dressing room before the fashion show, and just that whole play up was just so good.
I got a couple more. Generally speaking, go fuck yourself. Just announced, shut your fucking mouth.
Okay.
You can't stop looking for my fucking boot. It's up Hulk Hogan's ass. Probably true.
Yeah.
Let's see. Good night and go fuck yourself. I am the Legend of Earth. Yes, you are. I'm surprised they haven't. He's talking about the A&E WWE.
He does the hashtag WWE on A&E.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't done one of his. Maybe. Oh, here's one. Here's one. Skip Bayless, why you yelling, Bubba? That's my gimmick, you dumb son of a bitch. But I still love you.
I'm not.
Let's see. Did you ever have a friend named... Did I miss something?
Ivan?
I don't know.
Oh.
Apparently something's funny.
I'm watching Marley spin on my turntable on my...
Got a video of that shit.
He's just sitting around going in circles.
Quick,
have Julie video it. Yeah. Put it. Have Julie take a picture of video.
Dude, that's like millions of hits. Go.
Cat videos. The internet loves them. Do it. Do it.
Too late.
Oh, dang it.
Julie had the camera out, and too late. He stopped. So.
Oh, okay.
Well, he did 20 revolutions before he finally had enough.
He's gonna puke on your rug. Is what he's gonna do.
Yeah, he's spinning around.
Right now, he's just kind of looking. Right now, he's just kind of looking down, saying, "What the fuck just happened here?" Now he's going after my water glass. What do you want, Marley?
Water, obviously.
I want a bong.
You want to go around again? He wants to go around again.
Well, then make sure you get it on video this time.
Yeah, have Julie video it.
Go ahead.
Okay. We're watching.
Sheik says he's on a...
We're waiting in amazement here. Great radio.
Meanwhile, Sheik says he's on a mission to beat the living fuck out of all the jabronis on Earth.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Here's one. As I walked through the valley of the shadow of death, I took a look at myself and realized you can go fuck yourself.
Thank you. Did he @ Coolio or hashtag him for that?
No, he did not.
We didn't get much. Okay. Shit. Oh well.
Yeah, your cat doesn't want to be on TV. He doesn't want to make you rich, but he'll still make you pay. He'll still make you pay for all that goddamn kitty food. Fucker.
You don't eat Purina.
No, you don't eat no Purina, man. Are you kidding? He's an Aldi cat. Oh no, actually. Oh, we buy it at Petco. Yeah, we wish we could fucking buy his food from Aldi.
This seems like a good place to end. Small can of light beer. Fuck light beer and fuck Hulk Hogan to drink that jabroni beer off Earth.
And with that, we done episode 99 of News of the Squared. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Of course, follow the Iron Sheik on Twitter. Follow us on Facebook. That's for the Squares Are on Table Facebook, where you can get this show and your other one, and your regular one we do. And, of course, download the show on our usual hosting platforms, Apple, Google, Spotify, Anchor, anchor.fm/SOTRT, Breaker, Overcast, some of the smaller ones as well. And email us, sotrtpodcast@gmail.com.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us on the News of the Squared. And, of course, we hope to catch up with you on our next adventure when we hear Jeff say, ah! And Mike go, whoa! And, of course, me go, yeah.
What?